How's it going, guys? I'm the gaming updater, but you can call me TK, and welcome to Giants of Corellia. I think that's how you pronounce it, the first map on the Final Stand DLC for the second part of the X4 series. So, as suspected, no one really voted for the next one, so like I said I would, I simply moved on to the Final Stand DLC. So if you don't play Battlefield, this is the most recent DLC. I'm not quite sure where it's based. I've not actually looked into it. But it's generally a sort of snowy, slightly futuristic feeling sort of map, and you'll see what I mean on a couple of the next ones. For the people who know what's going on, you can probably see that I had a pretty good start to this game, trying to capture as many objectives as I possibly could before anyone caught me. I managed to get 2 before finally I was picked off, but just continue to play the objective. For people who don't know what's going on and are new to the X4 series, this is episode 2. The first one I think was the Naval Strike DLC. But what's going to happen is I play for the 4 games, so each DLC comes with 4 maps. I play all 4 and hope to reach by the end of it a total score of 40,000. So that's an average of 10,000 points per game I need to make. I said this in the first episode that for some of you that might be pretty easy, for some of you that might be really hard, but for me that's a pretty good score. A score I might get, a score I might not get, just to try and even it out so that we don't know if I'm going to make it or not. Now, one thing you might notice in this very first game is that I'm making a lot of my points off kills, and that wasn't something I actually, intended for. I wasn't going for kills, I wasn't hunting for kills, I'm simply playing the objective. But between everywhere I went, you'll see that I was just picking up lots of kills. So for instance here, I'm going to take out this tank. Boom! I thought he missed him for a second there, and as soon as I turn around on the hill here, there's another guy. There's just people showing up everywhere. No one's really looking at me. So my KD ratio is pretty good for this match. I probably made more points off kills than I did playing the objective. But, what do you do? So one thing I'm looking forward to doing with this series as well, this is something I really want to keep going. This is probably my favorite video to do. I can't wait. Battlefield Hardline comes out very, very soon. And, oh boy, I'll sure as heck be doing this series on there. So that means I'm going to have to bring out these episodes really quickly so that I can get through all the different DLCs. It can be really hard to find a match for some DLCs, though. Like, I've just bought myself Premium, basically, and so I've only just been able to play over some of these maps. But because it's been so long since some of them have been played, took him out with the RPG anyway. Because it's been so long since some of these DLCs have come out, such as the Naval Strike or the China Rising and things like that, it can be really hard to find an actual full server, especially because I live down in Australia, and so it can be really hard to find a match. You'll see again in this match, especially like here, I think I have a few spawns, so I just spawn in the middle of a load of action and just get, look at there, like 3 kills or something from the second I spawn. That happens a number of times in this game. I was having a lot of fun. I usually don't get loads of kills. I'm probably not the best shooter, but yeah, this game, kills were just coming to me. It was great fun. But yeah, if you're not too familiar with Battlefield Hardline, or you've sort of seen a little bit, I did do a video on it. If you go back a while, I can't remember how long ago it was. I did it probably a month ago, something like that. I put a video out just going through all the game modes that we know are in Battlefield Hardline thus far. And it wasn't until I'd actually researched that I was excited for Battlefield Hardline. I wasn't actually too pumped for it. I wasn't really big on the cops and robbers idea. But the game modes sound really interesting. It looks really cool. Here we go. So I spawn again. Another quick kill. You'll notice as well, we're only halfway or so through the match, and I'm already on 7,000. But unfortunately, I did have not too good an ending to this game. It was less me getting lazy as such, and more so everything just stopped. I think the defense of the other team picked up. The kills weren't coming as easily. If you look down the bottom left-hand corner and you see the score, you'll be able to see how much I've skipped. There was a few moments here where I was just getting nothing. I couldn't find objectives that weren't packed full of enemies. They were spreading out a lot better. I couldn't really pick up, and so the end of this game didn't go too well. But still, I kept playing the objective. I wasn't losing heart. I was keeping my spirit, and I still managed to pump up a good score. So you'll see here, I got a few kills, took out the objectives. These guys came down just as I got in this vehicle. I was feeling pretty boss after this little run. This is all just to capture this one objective, which, if it doesn't show, I'm not sure if I even actually captured. I think I copped a bit of a hiding from out of nowhere, We'll see in a moment. But yeah, make sure as well, I'm going to ask again, make sure you leave a vote for what you'd like to see in the next X4. There we go, taken out by the jet there. Oh, spewing. But if make sure you leave a vote in the comments as to which DLC you'd like me to do next. I'm not quite sure which one to do next. I think I might do China Rising, seeing as though it's going to be the hardest probably to find a server. Or maybe it's not, because that one came free. I think that came, that one came free with the game for a lot of people, so that one might not be too hard. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I think the Dragon's Teeth, or Dragon's Tooth, I can't remember what it was called, something like that. They're my favourite maps in Battlefield 4. I was kind of spewing that they were DLC, because I've got a few friends that don't have the DLC, and I would love to play some of those maps with them. You'll see here me crashing the transport chopper right there. Now, I do wait a minute before I choose vehicles if I'm going to do that, to make sure no one else wants to take them, make sure they've stayed there for a couple of seconds before I nick them. Plus, if there is a teammate, at least one teammate, other person in the chopper, I'm not going to do that. A lot of people do jump out and just crash into the ground. I think I had one person do that to me. He just jumped out. I was flattened in the chopper. I don't know what that guy was doing, but because I left that really late, I was surprised I wasn't knife. But I don't. If there's any other players in the vehicle, I'm not going to crash it. Someone did that to me. I thought this was pretty cheeky. They jumped out at the last second. I've died, and then they put thanks up in the chat in the top left. I couldn't help but giggle, but I thought that was a bit... That's pretty sad. You'll have probably seen, I did it a couple of times in the last episode. If there's anyone there, I can land the helicopter and I'll jump out and let them nick it. But that's the end of the first game. There we go, 33-23. It's pretty good for me for a score of 11,087. So I'm trying to reach that total of 40,000, and that is a really good start. So that gives me 100 points off, which I would have really needed, because I don't know what it is about this map, but I'm just crap at it. Plain as that. I've got nothing on this map, and I don't know why. I don't know how people get such good scores. Like, I think I decided to head out with a sniper rifle at the end of the game. Last game, I think I had a bit of a snipe, and I'm not too bad on a sniper rifle. But this map, it's like this map it just hates me. It doesn't want me to score well. I can't capture objectives. I just get pecked off from a distance by everyone. It was probably because I was still trying to use a carbine. I'm really good with a carbine. That's like, if you haven't seen my weapon review, this is like my gun. It's just the gun I use, the class I use. I'm an engineer. That's just how it works. I probably maybe needed to go like a light machine gun or stick to the sniper rifle or something, because everything I did in this game, there was always someone else, just like that. That seems to be a common thing in Battlefield. You're going to get picked off by someone behind you. No one's ever in front of you. There's always one more. But it wasn't the first time I've scored really badly on this map. Probably it wasn't really badly. I don't think I had a shocker. But compared to what I needed to be scoring to reach that 40,000 points, this just wasn't my game. I was actually quite surprised I got the score that I did, because, I didn't do too well, and I couldn't capture objectives. Everyone was so spread out. My squad was, I wasn't getting much help. I got a bit of help there, which just reminded me, but for the majority of this game, I'm trying to run around by myself, and I think you need to absolutely, unless you're awesome, which a lot of you probably are a lot better than me, then you probably I needed a squad. I needed help. I couldn't have done this all by myself. So I think I get pecked off from behind here. Oh no, it's just a different situation. There was something happening around here. I'm taking out dudes, or I run into a... I just had nothing with this game. While we've got a minute as well, because there's not really going to be a lot happening in this game, you're really only seeing, if you look at the score, we're already more than halfway through the game. I haven't got that many highlights. But I wanted to apologise as well for I haven't uploaded something for a couple of days, and that's just because I've been ill. I hadn't had anything prepared. Yeah, my bad. There was not really much I could do. I thought this was pretty funny. I went to take off to get ready on the... I don't know what that is. It's almost like a mobile snow ski or whatever it is. I don't know what to call it. And just as that dude came along, just switch to the passenger seat, take him out. It's a pretty, simple get-up. It's something I think people can do. I think a lot of people don't do it, and I don't really know why. As in, maybe they don't want to lose the driver's seat or whatever vehicle they're in. But I've done that in transport choppers and things as well. You land it, you see someone to your right or left, so you just swap over to the machine gun and take him out. You'll do that the other way as well. For instance, in that first game, you saw me. I took out a couple of guys, and then saw a vehicle and immediately head over. That kill there, I was absolutely spewing. I think I yelled a bit. I ran out of ammo, got the RPG out, and was just going on the shoot button. But it's just so slow a weapon. He has to reload really slowly. He has to get it out really slowly. I can't just fire it randomly in front of me as quick as I can. And so I ended up I wasn't doing much around the other parts of the map. You'll see, look at that. The score's only 100 left for each team, and so I headed over to this objective and actually got on my first, probably my first good roll of the game. I don't know how I got that, dude, but but this objective seemed to take up a lot of my time at the end of the game, and the game was getting really close. So you'll see the scores now going down close together, and I was. After a while of fighting there, I decided to move off to where there was no one else to try and cap objectives because I wanted to win this game. I thought, I haven't got the best score. I can, however, raise my score by at least 1,000 or 1,500, whatever it is, if our team wins the game. So if you don't play Battlefield, if your team wins the game, you're going to get a crap load of bonus points at the end. It's like 1,000 or 1,500 points or something like that. So if I can capture a couple of objectives, that'll get me another, probably at least 500 points, then another grand. I've added another 2,000, and I did. And we managed to win the game, I think. And so, yeah, there we go. So I ended up with 8,710. A respectable score. Probably not as good as it needs to be. But, you know, respectable. Much better than I thought I was going to get midway through the game. So then we move on to Hammerhead, the next map in this DLC. Another snowy-looking map. And this one I actually quite like. As in, this one's a bit more evened out. I think the last one's very vehicle-dominated. A lot of wide open spaces. Not a lot of cover at the objectives. It's a really difficult map to play when you're just playing solo and you haven't got any vehicles, or if you're not good in vehicles, things like that. Couldn't catch up to that dude in the tank to get a lift back. I think I might have got picked off after that as well, spewing. But anyway, head back inside into the mountain. I think there's 2 objectives. Yeah, 2 objectives, Bravo and Charlie, inside the mountain. I tried to cap one of those. I think there was just too much defense from the other team. They were very well spread out in this game. It was good to see, you know, people actually acting as squads. A lot of the time you'll see either, you know, people just mucking around by themselves, or squads that aren't acting as squads. It can be a little frustrating not playing the objective and just playing for kills. Like when you see over on a hill and you've got an entire squad or two, sometimes even 2 squads, 10 dudes just camping on a hill sniping, and they're not spotting enemies or anything like that. They're just mucking around really badly sniping. It can be quite frustrating if you're trying to pick up a good score. So usually I wouldn't really care because I'm often mucking around myself. But if I'm trying to reach as good a score as I can, I want to, I want help from my teammates because I can't do it all by myself. This was a pretty good run here. Picked off one dude there, picked off another dude there. I think another guy might come out, or I'd pick him off from a distance. I can't quite remember. But I was having a lot of fun in this game. My shooting was getting up a bit better. It wasn't such a wide open map. Another kill. I was pretty wrapped after that. There was some good shooting there. I probably couldn't do that again. I kind of fluked those. But I was having a lot of fun in this game. But yeah, make sure, just a reminder, you leave a vote as to which DLC you want me to do next, because I can't keep choosing. It's annoying. I don't want to keep choosing which ones I'm going to play. Look at me, I'm still going. I need help. I know how to play Battlefield. I don't know how to choose Battlefield. But anyway, I think I head back to playing the objective after this one. I was on too good a roll there. I wanted to keep going. And look at this. Whoa! Hello. I managed to take out one of them. I didn't know. I couldn't. Someone was taking Echo. I didn't know how many people there were. Or is it Alpha? Yeah, there we go. It's Alpha. And so I'm wandering around going, there's no one here. I can't see anyone taking the objective. I go into there. So what I like to do is I like to hide and wait until they find me or something like that. Kind of like those guys just did to me. So what I did was I ended up trying to go into one of those cargo tanks. And 2 of them ended up being there. Scared the heebie-bejeebies out of me. But so I have some mixed opinions about this DLC, as in it can be really... I was probably getting good scores, but for some reason it wasn't sort of fulfilling my hopes, as it were. I've been saying that, I don't really know what kind of hopes I had for it. I just saw some of the ads, Final Stand DLC. I thought this was going to be like the best DLC. And as cool as some of the maps are, they're just, I don't know, I was getting some good KDs, I was getting some good scores and things like that, but I'm not, I don't know, I think it's just not my sort of taste. So we go, as soon as you see those wires, you know that there's a Claymore there, make sure you check and see if it's one of yours or one of the other teams, because it can have that quite often. It can be surprisingly easy to spot Claymore. This was quite confusing, look at this. Where the heck did those 2 come from? I'd run in there by myself. I saw that first guy come out of the mountain. However, I step inside, and all of a sudden there's flipping 3 dudes there. I got no idea what's going on. So, anyway, I went back to playing the objective. But yeah, this DLC, I don't really know. This DLC doesn't really click with me. I think it's probably just my personal taste. My favourite DLC is definitely the Dragon's Tooth. Again, is it Teeth or Tooth? You're gonna have to remind me. Leave it in the comments if you know. As well as which DLC to play. Please answer. Which DLC do you want me to play next? But Yeah, this I don't know. This map probably it might be that snow map in the second one. I feel that's too spaced out and sort of vehicle orientated. And because I'm not the best in vehicles, it's probably not too good a map for me. I can't really rack up that score. I got nothing on that map. I don't really know why. Probably that. I'm just not good enough. You'll see in this game, we're not even halfway through yet, and there's been a lot of stuff happening. I really like this map. This map was really cool, especially, and the first one as well is all right. But I think when you're watching this video, it's going to be the first one and the last map. They're my two favorites. They're actually, if the whole DLC was sort of those sorts of maps, then I'd probably be a bit more comfortable with it. It's probably just that second map. I don't really know. This whole DLC doesn't really click with me for some reason. But this map was really fun. I really enjoyed this game. It was almost like a mix. I could choose to spend time with my teammates or head off by myself. I was getting some good support when I needed it, and people weren't coming around me when I didn't need it. For instance, one thing I like to do, because I've moved over from current gen. I only got the PS4 in September, so I got it when the white PS4 came out. So I actually got the white PS4 on release. But until then, I'd been playing on current gen. I was playing on the Xbox 360. In my opinion, the better of the current gen consoles, or past gen, whatever you want to call them nowadays. But my thing with that was, because there's not many people playing, and the maps are still very big, I would avoid fighting and just head off and capture objectives in the background. So I didn't want people around me. I wanted to be by myself, just so that I could, cap objectives all alone. And then one or two people would show up, be able to take out one or two that'd try and stop me capping objectives. But it didn't work. All I was doing was running around the background, capping objectives, letting other people get in fights as they wish. And in this game, there was times where because I'm a better shooter now. Once I've started playing next-gen Battlefield, I've had to pick up my KD ratio simply because, there's so many people around compared to current gen. I've had to pick up and become a better shooter. And so, I can move to more packed objectives. It can be really hard to find an empty objective on current gen because everyone's generally pretty spaced out. But, I think in this game I was getting the support I needed from my teammates when I was, hitting up a packed objective. But also, if there was no one there, I'd have one or two people with me. It's exactly what I want. I want, one or two people to follow me around and help capture objectives with me. But generally speaking, if I'm at a packed place or if there's a lot of enemies coming in nearby, I need support. And I think I was getting that. You'll see in most of these videos, there are quite a few teammates around me. But every now and then, I'm going to cap an objective all by myself. So the two indoor objectives were really cool. As if this one in here, you'll see in a minute. It looks like something from a James Bond movie. If you just have to, it's downstairs, right, that window just there. I couldn't quite get in at this point. I didn't have the support from my teammates at first. I thought they were coming. Look, I saw that dude there. However, he ran off, and I turn around and bang, I just get picked off by these two guys. I managed to get one of them, but I didn't realize that dude had left me. But there you go. Look, I got a 34 and 18, I think, KD ratio for this game. I was doing really well. But as I was saying, these two indoor objectives are really cool. That other one, I think you saw it earlier in the video. I can't quite remember. It's like something from a James Bond movie. It's just such a cool room. Probably not the most well-designed room in this map. I think that one for Charlie, although it's not, not too cool looking, is probably the better designed map. But there you go. We end that game with 10,602. So that's nearly 11,000. We're halfway between 10 and 11,000 as we head into Hangar 21. Probably my second favorite map on this DLC. I was doing this map, man. I love this map. That was pretty sad about that. That was actually an accident. I'll tell you about that in a second. But this map's really cool. But because we'd scored that low one, I needed 11,000 or something like that. I needed a good score from this map. In order to get to that 40,000. We can't lose sight of the objective here. We need to get that 40,000 points. But yeah, as I was saying at the start of this game, I took the transport chopper. I got a bit cocky. I was trying to get to the other side of the map. So this is actually the enemy team's one of their first objectives that they captured. So that's why it's already red. But I don't know why I finally got hold of the transport chopper at the very start of the game. Got a little cocky. Tried to turn around really quickly. Fortunately, some of the guys jumped out, so I was able to just spawn off them, but I think I killed a couple of my teammates, and that's something that would usually really annoy me. Well, not usually, it really annoys me when other people do that, but, yeah, sorry about that. That was just my bad. But, I got as soon as we got there, though, this was all my first life. I was on a roll. Well, not my first life, my second life, but you'll see I got an awesome KD ratio. I've captured this objective And after a kill or two more, I think I head straight off back to another objective, and this flow just continued. The only problem was that I feared was that we were absolutely flogging him. So although I'll get the bonus points for winning, as it dreadfully seemed, we were winning so quickly I couldn't rack up a good score. So eventually I went, I can capture objectives easy in this game. My teammates are just playing awesome and we're flogging them. So capturing objectives is the easy bit. So I just moved from objective to objective. But because we have such control over this game, I need to be getting a good KD ratio, and mainly because I just need to get a load of kills just to get those points, because if we're winning really quickly, remember, only looking at highlights here, there was a lot of time here where there was not much happening if we add all the objectives and things like that. But I need to be getting points, and I need to be getting them as fast as I can. And when there's not many objectives to capture and they're easy to come by, then you want to be concentrating more on your kills to get that score as high as you can, as fast as you can. So I was like really concentrating in this game because we were absolutely flogging him, but I needed that good score, and it didn't look like there was going to be enough time. So even now, you'll see at the start of this game, we have like 4 of the objectives at least at all points. Some of them might be taken, but then we stop them easy like that. They weren't playing very well. But even then, I knew it was going to be a quick game, and so I needed to get that score as fast as possible. But in saying that as well, because I was taking this pretty seriously, just because I knew I needed to score as fast as possible, but because of that, I was raking up the kills really well. I was really enjoying myself. I was getting a lot of support from my teammates. You'll probably see teammates everywhere I go. We were so perfectly spread out. We were flogging them pretty easy. So even if I didn't get the score, this game was just so fun. This was like to be flogging someone so much. You know, if I'm on the other team, it was the kind of game where I'd probably just leave. It was we were all over them. It was actually pretty funny, but it was actually really fun, especially when I really needed that score. Just because it was almost like I didn't even have to try. Even though I was trying to get as much as score as I could have been playing this game without trying, and I could have absolutely flogged it. So eventually I found this guy, and he's just chilling on top of that box there, capping the objective. I get another few kills. I got taken out once or twice, but there you go. Look, I'm at the start of this game when they've only got 200 points left. I've only got like 5,000. You can see what I mean now. But so I headed off to Charlie. Just here, you'll see me going here quite a few times now. Here we go, so I'm back again, and I'm just trying to get as many kills as possible. They seem to set up a big defense there. It wasn't good enough, however, that I couldn't get a load of kills. Plus, every now and then I would neutralize the flag, giving me another 120 points or so. Probably more like 200 points just for even the capturing bonuses. So even though I'm getting picked off, you'll see I'll get a good few kills each time before I die. Every now and then I manage to capture the objective slightly. I was just it seemed to be the place to be to rack up points after points after points, and so I just kept coming back here, and you'll see for a while in this video here, look, I'm still there, and every point I was getting was based around Charlie. Plus, this was just so fun. I've kind of felt sorry for him because some of these shooters weren't very good. I'm still managing to survive even with like a whole squad of dudes there. Eventually I get some support, so some teammates come in, as you'll see. Here we go, we take out the rest of the squad, we cap the objective and move on quickly, and then they've captured it again, but everything around the end of this game just end up based around this objective. But here we go. I was kind of spewing about that. I even would have had a flashbang as well. It was pretty bad work for me. But this is still, look, I'm still heading up to Charlie. I was raking up points here, and I needed points quickly. I needed what, about 10,000, 11,000, something like that, to get to that final score of 40,000. Thanks to my 8,000 point game at the I can't remember what the map is called anymore. Probably because I don't like it. I don't want to remember it. But Old School 27, that's a pretty cool name. But I needed that score. So here we go. Even after that, look, you'll see 7,600. I was doing well. I'd stuck to this objective. And within, look at that, what if they were on 200? Within 100 points of the enemy team, I've picked up 2,000 points just by running around this objective. So look, captured. Finally get the capture. That's another 390 points just from the capture. But look, I'm still there. They've still come back with some sort of defense or attack. So why move? I'm going to keep going. This is where I'm raking up the points, and so I'm going to stay there. This is still all in one life as well. I've already got a couple of kills, another kill, another kill. Do I get this guy? Let's find out. No! Look at that though, but now we're on 8,500, but look, they're only on 80, whatever it is. So that's going to get, I still need more score. I was assuming I need about 11,000, 12,000, something like that. And so I headed back to Foxtrot, pick up another couple of kills. Oh boy, this game was like, I was just racing as fast as I could. I couldn't quite remember whether it was 1,000 or 1,500 points I get for winning. So I'm assuming I'm going to need a score of about 10,000, and that's without the end game bonus. So I'm just rushing. I'm trying to get as many kills as I can. I'm trying to get as many captures as I can. But when you're flogging him by so much, look at the score down the bottom left. When you're flogging him by that much, it's so hard to pick up a score because you've got no defense. You've got nowhere to go. The game ends so quickly. Oh my god, this game was so exciting. But look, I've hit 40 and 13, and the game ends with 11,087, which 11,607, my bad. And so we end the game with 42,006. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Catch you later. TK out.